Not recorded this. I'll start recording now. So the welcome posts that are going on in group are not good enough. We don't like, this is the group I was telling you about. You need to make that customer feel wanted. You need to make that customer feel supported. So you have to give them a proper introduction into group. Please welcome such and such group. Don't go into personal details. It's a lot like, if you look out for some of my posts, you will absolutely see how to introduce people into the group, and I would like others to start doing that, because as your referrals introduce people into the group, there a pattern will start to form. You can then go off and add those referrals to your friends list. They're then going to see your wall, see your testimony, see you as a person, and you're going to grow a relationship, and that's what we're in it for. You've also got groups that you can go to, so interest groups. If you're into, I don't know, horse riding, knitting, crochet, cooking, losing weight, go to those groups and make yourself stand out. Help people with questions, make friends, like stuff that people put up, motivational groups. Go like the quotes, and then add the person that posted the quotes, and send them a message like, hey, it's lovely to connect. I love, sorry, my messages are going mental. It's great to see that we've got similar interests. I love that quote you just shared. Or, oh my days, that information that you shared on that hook, knit and stitch, or whatever it is, was absolutely amazing, made my day. If you're into that, and that's how you make friends, stepping outside your comfort zone just that little bit, because you're over a computer, you're not going to walk in, people can only ignore you. They're not going to, and it's only really nasty people that are going to send you messages going, stay away from me, I don't, why are you sending me messages just because we're in the same group? You don't really want to be friends with people like that anyway, and you're never going to be able to build a relationship with them. Then also you've got networking groups. So I make sure that, I know Nix does this as well, and I'm pretty sure that Karen does, where you go on and someone will post a status like, they'll post into the group something similar to, let's all make friends. So comment, and everybody that likes your comment, you add them as a friend. Now don't go too mad on these, because we don't want you to end up in Facebook jail, but it's a good way of getting new people onto your friends list. People are going to want to recruit you, they're going to want you to look at their business. That's absolutely fine, just don't go down the same angle. And if people are asking you questions, just try not to talk too much about your business. Keep turning it back round on them, so it doesn't look like you are trying to recruit or sell. The whole point of this is to build relationships. People buy from people that they like, know and trust. They would rather buy through somebody that they feel they have a connection with than somebody that's just added them randomly on Facebook and they've seen a status. Because I've got about 5 unique presenters on my friends list, and there is only one of them that I've ever gone to buy from, and they weren't actually one of my friends, because I built a relationship with them. So you need to keep that in mind. So that's a very, very important way to build your business, is to simply build relationships. Talk to people with no intent of getting them on board. They then see your wall, they will see your testimonies that you put onto your wall, because as you're messaging people, your newsfeed will then, your timeline will then show in their newsfeed, and it's just a very clever way of getting more a bigger audience to watch what you're doing. And you'll find that actually people message you and say, oh my God, I'm really tired, I'm really stressed, I feel really anxious, because as they get to know you, they will tell you their problems. You have a solution to those problems. So you need to build that relationship so that you can feel comfortable giving them a solution. Generally, if I get 3 messages in a day about fatigue, I will then go and post a testimonial on my wall regarding fatigue after I've just messaged them, because I know for a fact that it's going to come up in their newsfeed. So it's just a clever way of widening your audience. A lot of people don't have a lot of friends on their friends list. That's absolutely fine. And a lot of people don't have a big list to go back to. So this is where this comes into play, making new friends. The profile on Facebook that I have was a profile that I made up in my previous business. Not one person on my profile up until maybe 3 months ago I knew personally, and then I only just started adding my friends and family when I started a new business to widen my audience. So I had over 2,000 friends, and none of them I knew personally. So it's just about building your audience and giving yourself time. I don't mean for you all to go out and start new profiles. That's not the way to do it. There was reasons that I had to do mine. So, and then you need to commit to messaging a certain amount of people a day. And that's where the 90-day Go Pro comes in. Now, I am accountable to myself. I message 10 people on a daily basis. That adds up to 70 people in a week. Some days I may add more, some days I may add less. As long as by the end of the week I'm up to 70 people, then that's what you need to be aiming for. So when I message people, I then write their names down on a list. I'll show you now. You can see my list is, I'll get there in a minute. My list is full of doodles, but if you can see that, these are my lists. I don't rely on going back through my messages because I like to have it written down. You never know what's going to happen with Facebook, and you need to have a written log of your contacts. You can see that I tally up each week how many new customers I've had just by speaking to all these people. So every time I get a new customer, I will put a mark there. Every time I get somebody interested in or I get to send them a video, or they get on a webinar, I then put a tally next to their name as well. This keeps me accountable. It keeps me so I know that I can look back over my numbers and work out what is and isn't working. Because if I'm speaking to 70 people a week and after 3 weeks I haven't had one customer, there's something that I need to go speak to my upline about. There's something that I'm doing that isn't working. And this is why I want you guys to do it. I need you guys to make yourself accountable. I literally start each week. I put Monday up there, and then I start speaking to people on the Monday. I have my numbers down the side. So I'll start on one on the Tuesday or whatever, and then I will just keep tallying the total numbers down the side each after every day. So by the end of the week, I don't have to sit there and count up. I can see how many people I have spoken to. What I want you to do is I want you to commit to speaking to 5 to 10 people a day. It's not going to be strict. It's not going to be me on your back. I just want you to write down for your own records, speak to 5 to 10 people a day. Some days you may only speak to 2 people. Some days you may speak to 15 people. So that's how it's going to even out. Only ever write somebody's name once, because it's cheating if you speak to somebody 2 days in a row and you put them on your Monday and Tuesday. And this is how you build relationships. So what I'm going to be doing is we're going to be running a call every 2 weeks. It's not going to be an accountability call. It's just going to be where we can expand more. I would like you to, if you felt comfortable at the end of each week, to come back to your sponsor. So Caroline would go to Jessica, Liz would go to Jessica, Vicky, you would come to me, Lisa, you would go to Karen, Karen would go to Nick, and just come back with those numbers of what you've done that week, so that we can help you work out what is and what isn't working, because we want to help you build a business. So I need to know if you're going to make that decision or not. I'm not going to call you out on call, and it's not going to be a namby-pamby every 2 weeks sitting through how many people have done what. Yes, I only spoke to 10 people. It's not going to be an unmotivational call. It is going to be a call where we can just keep expanding and expanding and expanding and seeing the results that people are getting just by following this process. It's proven and it works. So with that, I'm going to wrap up my part of the training now, and I'm going to screen share, and I want to bring Nix onto the call. So and Nix has got some really good information on how we can help people pre-sell their upgrade kits and help bring in some more volume by turning some of the skincare, the True Science range, into trial sizes. So Nix, are you there?
I am, yes.
Okay, let me just share my screen. And then you can explain. There we go. Can we all see that?
Yeah.
Right, so you can explain this and I'll sit and mute myself out.
Okay, so cool. So we'd never ever like roll out or tell you guys to do anything that we'd not tried. So this is something that we tried last month, just like for the last week or so last month, because we were trying to look at different ways of being able to shift the skincare. So the first way is, I know there's 4 on there, but I'm only going to talk about 2 at the moment, which is the Perfecting Lotion, which is the top one, and the Microlift Serum. And what you can do, it's a great volume booster. So if you've got some already, or you haven't got some, you'll invest to buy it in, or you can like pre-sell it in these little samples. And what we do is, there's like some little clear plastic tubs with white lids. And I got mine from eBay. They were like £5.99. I think it was for 25 or 50 of the smaller ones. Sorry. And what we've done on this little spreadsheet is we've actually written the sample size as well. So like 10 mil in column D, 10 mil is the kind of size of the sample that you'd sell for this. And then for each one, like say for example, the Perfecting Lotion, you sell samples of 10 mil and you get 12 of those. And if you charge them £7.50 per sample, that covers second class sign for postage. And after you've basically paid for the actual product, you've paid for the postage out of it for each one, it leaves you a profit of £30.60. So that's quite a good way of getting a bit of extra money in as well. And then you've got £30.60. You might want to go buy yourself another one so that you get kind of 2 for the price of 1 there. So that's that. The Microlift Serum, I found that some of them have been going missing in the post. So what I've been doing them is where everybody's been selling like 6 for £6 or 10 for £10. I've been selling a sheet of 6 for £10, and that covers the postage as well. And if you do that and sell them at that, it gives you a profit of £35.50. So that's basically one way of doing it. I've got little pictures of the pots, and I've actually found like a sample eBay advert of where I bought them from. So I'll stick that all on a nice little document and pass it to Sarah to upload to group. The reason why I've put the eye corrector serum and the anti-aging cream on there is when you upgrade, you get 5 pots of Protandim and you get 1 of each skincare range. So this is another way of getting back the cost of your kind of upgrade kits. So you already know on the Perfecting Lotion, the Microlift Serum, that £30.60 and that £35.50 is already going to compensate for the £60 of whatever it is after your 5 pots of Protandim, which make up the rest. If you were to also break down the eye corrector serum and the anti-aging cream, and they are different size pots, which is why I've stuck the sample size in there, you actually end up like, obviously you get more money back as well that way. So it's just one way of either shifting your upgrade kits or bringing extra volume. The Perfecting Lotion one is the one that I did of my hair and did it before and after. This is before I put it in, this is after I put it in. And who wants a sample? I didn't even put the price on it, I don't think. And when they inboxed me, I said, okay, it's £7.50. So that's basically all that is. It does look a bit complicated, but unlike the spreadsheet, if you look like carefully, it works it all out for you. But I'll do a Word document as well to explain it and break down the upgrade kit as well a bit better for you. And that's it. That's it for me.
Thank you. If anybody has any issues with understanding this, just come to one of us and we'll quite happily break it down. All leaders have been briefed on this as well. I think it's pretty straightforward, although I did have to ring Nix up and go, what does it mean? So it's only straightforward because I know. So if you don't know, then just go to your upline leader and ask, and they will break it down for you. All the postage is including tracking. So you must remember that when you are sending things out, you need to send them recorded, signed for, just to elaborate on that. So we've got a couple more members quickly. We've got 10 minutes left. So I know we've got Jessica that wanted to talk about a little bit as well. So Jess, are you there?
I am. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, sort of.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to talk to you guys about a couple of posts that us admin have sort of noticed. And it's about people posting about Protandim curing their illnesses. So I just wanted to go over that. Protandim is not a cure for anything. Nothing heals the body heals itself. So we just need to be really careful in what we're saying. Protandim reduces oxidative stress. As a result, your body will slowly start to repair itself. As you should know, oxidative stress is proven to be a root cause for over 200 diseases. So lowering your oxidative stress will help whether you feel it or not. So I just wanted to sort of remind you guys that we need to be really careful about misleading people. You know, we do not claim that Protandim can cure, treat, or prevent disease. There's also a document that Sarah has posted in the team page. It's called Protandim Made Simple. That's a really good read. So if you guys can have a read of that, that kind of makes it easier to sort of digest and understand if you get any problems. So I just wanted to run over that with you. Yeah.
Thank you. Brilliant. Thank you. Yeah. So if you all go into group and have a look at that document that is in there, and it basically just breaks it down into easy reading on what Protandim does and doesn't do, and what we can and can't say. We have to be really careful. We can share testimonials. I do change them up a little bit sometimes so it doesn't sound like we are saying that it's a lifesaver and it's gonna, I like your nails, Caroline, and it's gonna save you. You're not you're not gonna die. You're gonna die if you don't take it. We have to be really, really careful about what we say because of legal issues. So just be aware of that you're not advertising it as a cure. Because there are a lot of people advertising, and we just have to be careful really what we say. Karen, are you on the call? Because I know that you have a few things to say about group. Karen Davies. You're on mute if you're trying to speak. Let me see. Has Karen managed to get on call?
She's on call, but I think she's dialed in, so you might have to unmute us all to mute her in.
Oh, I got ya, because she can't do it on her screen.
Yeah.
Okie dokie, 1 second. Be prepared for background noise, peoples. Unmute all. There you go, Karen.
Hello.
Wicked.
Can you hear me?
I can. I'm just going to try and mute everybody else out. If you speak, Karen, and then I will mute people that are not you.
Okay, then. Okay, guys. Tonight, I'd just like to take a few moments to talk about our customer support group. As most of you are aware, our customer support group is the main selling point for our products. It is where potential customers get help and support and all their questions answered. So that means if they get a great service from us all, the sales are finalised. So this is a massive part of our business. The group has to be active daily. It has to have a certain level of quality and a fantastic customer service support for potential and current customers. when you think about it, the group is like a shop or supermarket. People want to see what's on offer. They want to help and get all the information about the products and how they work. They want their questions answered. All this provides a great customer service. And as we know, 98% of the time, great customer service gets sales, which is what we all want. As I have worked in retail for just over 20 years, I have a very high experience customer service background. So for example, if you go into a supermarket and you need help finding a product and there's no one around, or you find someone, they just point you in the right direction and leave you there. 8 times out of 10, they're not going to buy that product. The simple reason is that person did not take the time to help the customer. They didn't have a brief conversation with the customer. They just pointed where the product was and left them there. So it's like our customer support group. If you just add people to the group and leave them there, they're not going to buy from you. They don't know what the group is about idea. They don't know where to look for the information they need. So tonight, I just want to share with you in 3 simple and easy steps what I do and find it works really well. So step 1, when I speak to people who are interested in the pills, they tell me what is wrong with them. I add them to the customer group. I just pop a little welcome post up. For example, Sarah Millgate, this is our support group I was telling you about. If they have any questions, just let us know and we can help. I also tag them in the post so they get a notification, because sometimes a few of my customers can't find the group. So once they've been added, then and they've had a welcome, it gives other promoters a chance to jump on the post and welcome them. So it makes them feel welcome and supported. Then step 2, I tag them in 3 relevant posts that benefits them, like for example 3 fibro posts. So they can see 3 different customer information posts. They can see how each customer has benefited from taking the pills and get a rough idea how the pills could help them and what to expect. Then step 3, after a few hours of them being in the customer group, I drop them a private message just asking how they're getting on with the customer support group and do they have any questions I could help with. And that's it. 9 times out of 10, they come back asking questions and give a bit of feedback on the group. This way, you can have a more in-depth conversation with them and build that customer relationship up further. You gain their trust and friendship. So in 3 easy small steps, you've connected with that person, you've started building a relationship up with them, and you have helped them by providing 3 lots of different information relevant to them. You have introduced them to new people who suffer with the same things that they do, so they don't feel as though they're on their own, and there are other people out there just like them. All these things provide an excellent customer service towards that person, and people value that. I also work the group, even if it's just 30 minutes a day. I make myself known in the group. I want my customers and potential customers to see me in the group so they don't forget about me. They can see I am active and I am helping others. They can see I add value and I'm around every day. So that gives them the sense that I am committed to people. I want to help people, even if it's just saying hi on a welcome post or asking somebody how they are. Just adding one piece of value to group is a great way of building your business. The people in the group, they see you were there, so they know you're always around and on hand. So maybe if all promoters could just try, they could pick like 4 days a week and just spend 30 minutes a day in the group doing some of these activities and see how it will work for them. I personally find it benefits my business, and I think that's why my PV is so high. I hope this helps you guys.
Thank you. And yeah, Karen is one of our highest PV hitters, personal customer volume hitters. I think she finished on 1,240 last month, which was absolutely amazing, and is well on her way to requalifying that again. So if you can just take those tips on board, this is all recorded, so you can go back if you didn't have time to write it down. So with that, we've literally got 1 minute and 27 seconds remaining. Does anybody have any questions that I can quickly answer? You may have to unmute yourself. I will unmute you all now. Just to see, by the time I've done this, the time will be up. Unmute. Everyone's unmuted. If you have any questions, please let me know. No? 50 seconds? 47? Okay, guys. I'm going to put the recording of this in the team page in the morning once I've downloaded it all. So with that, I will bid you good night. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll speak to you guys later. Bye.
Thanks, Sarah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.